Hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you guys very much for being here, I appreciate it. We are now after lunch, I have eaten some of the foods. And we're going to start by doing a little bit of running around. We need to go all the way out to the logging camp to get this one turned in. And after that, we could step into Westfall a little bit. We do have a breadcrumb taking us out that way. And that might be okay. Maybe we can work on Westfall stew. Kind of do things in a little bit of a different order. Usually I would go right to Loch Modan and I would do the level 11 stuff. But we could probably do it a little bit differently. We'll see. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for being back. It's kind of like the challenge. If I want to play two different characters, like, in the daytime, I have to split it into two different streams. Otherwise, it makes the VODs weird. Like, I mean, I guess maybe I could find a way to separate them after the fact. But I think I'd have to, like, download the file and then, like, republish it. Like, I don't know what I would have to do. But, like, the easiest thing to do if I want to play two characters during the day is, like, to end one stream and start the next stream. Like, when I want to get on the next character. I just don't know if that's, like, the best way to do it. We'll have to see. Brock, thanks for being here. Amy, that sounds like work. Yeah, like if I had to re-download the file and then split it manually, and then like I'd have to delete the VOD or unlist the VOD, then I'd have to put it up separately as two different published files in their own playlist. I think like the easiest way to keep the characters in their own playlist is to end one stream and start a new one. As unfortunate as that is, we'll see what YouTube thinks about it. We'll see. YouTube might just punish the crap out of me for it, I don't know. Wendell, good afternoon. Agent Dad, good evening. Oh, that's right. He has this Murloc quest also. I completely forgot about the Murloc quest. Let's do this. Yeah, that's going to be great, actually. I am more than happy to do another kill quest in Elwynn Forest before we move on. Val, good evening. Thanks for being here.
With you. Go with honor, friend.
Let's go turn in the breadcrumb first. I don't think we get a lot for this. Richard, good evening to you. Thanks for being here.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend.
Let's go fight the Murlocs that are down to the south. Val, that's awesome, man. That's perfect timing as well. It's nice to be able to hit 40 and like basically immediately have money for your mount. it's not silly to be excited for that. They're both really like big achievements. They're big achievements that, like, you know, especially like 70% of people don't get that far. So yeah, you should be excited. It's awesome. I'm gonna pop some of these elixirs. And we'll eat a little bit of buff food. We've got a few levels on these guys, so they should be pretty easy. Especially on a warrior. Yeah, it's a good time to do that probably. That's what we're doing here is we have a warrior in theory so that the paladin can get rested XP. In theory, that's why we have the warrior. It would really help if I had overpower out on the bar. And then when I saw the overpower alert, I could actually hit overpower. That would be a really good idea. It doesn't look like these guys run. At least they haven't yet. Oh, they also have potions they can pop. Apparently they have healing potions. We've got this. The power of the warrior, especially with the shield. Like now that we have the shield, we're dealing like, you know, amazing DPS and we have a lot more protection. Let's just assume you got the whirlwind axe. That's awesome, man. Tomas, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. We're going Fury for this one. I always do Arms Warrior. So for this one, we're gonna have a shield and a one-hander, and I'm gonna go directly into the Fury tree. And speaking of going into the Fury tree, we need to put the last point in cruelty. We now have a 5% increased chance to crit. And next we'll go 5 points in an Unbridled Wrath. So we'll be generating a lot more rage, which should help us deal more damage. Yeah, I always do arms, so this time I'm going to do it a little bit different. Jason, you think you're an Alliance Andy also? It's easy to become that way, I think. I wasn't always, but I more and more feel like I probably am. We got all kinds of friends here. I could leave the area. We are done with the quest. We don't have to stay. It's not a bad grind spot for us, actually. Yeah, if you're a Paladin fan especially, then you kind of are almost stuck being an Alliance Andy. But yeah, there's not a lot of good mage combinations. Well, on the Horde side, yeah, like, what do you have on the Horde side for mages? A Troll Mage or a Forsaken Mage, right? The Forsaken Mage is an okay fantasy, but, like, the Troll Mage is kind of meh. It doesn't compete with just, like, good old-fashioned human mage, you know? Zavera, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. I make you want to play WoW again? You should play WoW again. It is a golden age of Classic. I would advise anybody who ever thought, man, maybe I should play some WoW again. Like, this is a great time to do it. There's probably not going to be a better time to come back. And when you come back, come to Classic. Don't try to play retail. Let 11.0 come out before anybody tries retail again. But yeah, it's kind of a golden age right now. Xaviera. I'm probably still going to mispronounce it. I'm not good at pronouncing things. You'd think that would be like a skill one would have to do what I do. But instead what I do is I habitually mispronounce things that I've been pronouncing wrong for years. Old things, new things, I'll mispronounce all of it. And I'm sorry if I butcher it. What's the big difference between Classic and Retail? Like, too much to talk about? Well, I mean, Classic that we're playing is the game that came out in 2004, and then Retail is the game they've been reiterating and reiterating and reiterating for the past 20 years. I guess if I had to sum it all up, I would say that Classic is about the journey, and Classic is a much more like whole, complete RPG that's about the journey, whereas Retail is about instanced endgame content that you do over and over and over and over again for currency and loot. Yeah, one of them is about the journey, and one of them is about instanced endgame content. So, yeah, right now you have lots of flavors of WoW. You know, you have Retail WoW. You have Classic Era Classic. Classic Era Classic is what we're playing. You have, and this is hardcore. This is the hardcore mode of Classic Era Classic. Then you have regular Classic Era Classic, where you don't have to lose your character when it dies. And then you have Wrath of the Lich King Classic. So right now you have 4 different ways to play WoW. And I would really only recommend checking out Classic or Wrath Classic. So, yeah, I mean, you could play Retail, but there's really not a good reason to right now. And Classic is really popping off. Classic is what's popular about WoW right now. Retail numbers are way down, and what's really popular about WoW right now is Classic Era Hardcore and just Classic Era in general. Because people are really drawn to that big long journey that actually has meaning, as opposed to being on like a loot treadmill. Tomaz, do you like Wrath? Yeah. Wrath is a great game. I think Wrath is near the end of its life cycle because I think like Cataclysm is going to come out eventually. But I like Wrath too. I think Wrath has like some of the best like classes. You know, the classes in Wrath are in a really good state compared to like other parts of the game, like other times of the game. How do you tell the difference? They're installed by different clients. So when you go into Battle.net, you'll have a tab for Retail and you'll have a tab for Classic. And then you'll have a little drop down. So you'll go to, let's say you go to Classic tab, you'll have a drop down where you'll pick Classic Era or you'll pick Wrath of the Lich King Classic. And so you have basically three different game clients. You have the Retail game client, and then in the Classic tab you have 2 different options for 2 different Classic games, Wrath of the Lich King or Classic Era. They don't make it super easy. if you've been away from the game for a long time or you're new to WoW, like you open up Battle.net, it doesn't make it super easy. You have to go to Classic and then you have to click the drop down to pick either Wrath of the Lich King or Classic Era. Let's head back over to Gar Thomas and actually get this one turned in. Is it worth playing dungeons in hardcore? Yeah, it is worth it. It can be a big risk, obviously. I would say if you do dungeons, like do it with guildies. Probably okay to like avoid as many pugs as possible. But yeah, it's totally worth it. You can get all the quests done, you get a lot of XP, you have the chance to get good items.
Greetings. Be careful.
But yeah, there's always a risk. But a risk is around every corner, you know.
Light bless you.
Like there's gonna be risk no matter what. Alright, so that's done. Let's see, report to Giran. That's at Sentinel Hill. Let's hearth back the Goldshire. We'll save ourselves a little bit of time. And we're gonna run out to Sentinel Hill. I think I want to work on like some of the early stuff there before we do anything in Loch Modan.
Need help?
Mauricio, I appreciate that. Thank you for being here.
For the Alliance.
Let's check the trainer. I don't know if I trained.
What can I do for you?
I did not train. Demoralizing Shout. I realized like in hardcore for some reason I hardly ever use Demoralizing Shout. At least I haven't on the last 2 warriors we've had. Should I be using more Demoralizing Shout? And then also like where on the heck am I going to put it on the bar? Like I don't have a good spot for it. I kind of need everything where it's at. Maybe that's why I don't use a lot of Demoralizing Shout. I could switch this over here. That could be okay. Let's do that. I'll try to use it. Reduces melee attack power of all enemies by 35. I guess it's more, to me it's more for like snap aggro when you're doing a dungeon. But maybe we'll play with it. Daniel, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. Vincent, how was my day? Today has been a day. It has been pretty decent. Yep, we played the Paladin earlier. We are still alive. So yeah, it's been a good day. We'll see. My day was good yesterday until my afternoon happened, and my afternoon was kind of garbage. Like my post-stream parts of my day were unwelcome, some of them. So we'll see how today goes. It's too early to tell. Yeah, it probably will be. Yesterday was like bad RNG. There was just like a stupid thing happened. It's not something that could possibly happen. Well, I guess it could happen again. It'd be pretty ludicrous if it did. It was just a random thing. But it was one of those random things that can definitely just like ruin your day. My favorite like lore character? I don't think I have a favorite character anymore. Unfortunately, between BFA and Shadowlands, I guess maybe Illidan or Khadgar still. Just because, like, well, Khadgar was kind of lame in Dragonflight. Probably Illidan or Khadgar. But, yeah, unfortunately Shadowlands and BFA kind of ruined the story for me. I am not anywhere near as interested in, like, the lore and story of retail WoW as I have been in, like, years past.
Hello.
Like, I've just kind of fallen out of caring about the story and the characters because they've done a bad job of handling the story and the characters.
You need something? See you
So
later.
I've just kind of stopped caring.
Safe travels. Good day to you.
All right, so we are looking for handfuls of oats. I want to go down though and turn in Westfall stew really quick and get the follow-up for that. The oats we should keep our eyes out for. It's hard for me to see the bags of oats. They kind of blend into everything else. Yeah, Shadowlands was the nail in the coffin. I didn't like the direction they were taking all the characters, like, in BFA, like, as it was. As it was, I wasn't, like, a big fan of BFA's story. Especially, like, the Sylvanas arc, obviously. When she burned the tree, I started to check out. I think maybe I basically entirely checked out right then. Leo, hello, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. Kenneth, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream.
Well met. Light bless you.
Hello.
Ash, good afternoon.
See you around. Be careful. Safe travels. Have a good one.
Yeah, Westfall is one of my favorite zones. It's really nice, like, around sunset time. If you could play during, like, sunset, which, like, server time is, like, 9:30 to 10 p.m. If you can play during sunset time, it's, like, some of the best vibes in the entire game, in my opinion. Andrews, thank you so much. Thanks for being here. The best professions to make money, especially early on, skinning and herbalism. Early on, you mainly just vendor stuff for money. And then later on, when you get into higher level mats, you can put it on the auction house for a decent amount. But yeah, probably skinning and herbalism. That's what we're doing right now, is we're doing skinning and herbalism, just so I can vendor everything. But people will have different opinions. There might be people who think that, like, you know, alchemy and herbalism would be good because then you can sell potions on the auction house. That could be good too. See, the bad thing about demoralizing shout, you can aggro critters. Like, I aggroed a snake. I have a snake on my aggro chain, so it considers me in combat with this snake because I hit demoralizing shout and it hit the snake. And now we just kind of have to be stuck in combat for a bit. Fitness, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, with the videos, you know, I'm mainly doing the videos on the weekends right now because YouTube doesn't really like it when I stream and put out a video in the same day. They tend to just, like, hate me when I do that, as far as, like, showing anybody the videos or the VODs. So I've been trying to upload the videos on the weekend, like, especially on Sunday when I don't stream at all. Shizuma, I appreciate that. Yeah, I wish I could get more of the vids out. I wish that I could put one out every day. What I might end up doing eventually is I might be moving the recorded stuff over to my second channel, Rambles Gaming, and I might be keeping the streams on this channel because unfortunately the algorithm doesn't really like it when I'm streaming a lot and then I try to put out a video. What happens is it doesn't show the video to as many people, which sucks because then we can't bring more people into the community. But it doesn't just punish the one video, which I would be okay with. It punishes all of the content after that. And when you have a video that underperforms, the algorithm then it won't push any of your other content as much as it might otherwise. So I've been contemplating moving the recorded stuff over to my second channel. Which I had originally just to do like one-off stuff that I wanted to try out that I didn't know if I was interested in or not, but that I haven't been using lately at all. So I may do that as a way to like more consistently keep the recorded stuff coming out, because right now I can't put a video out every day while I'm streaming. Otherwise it just like it hurts the channel too much. Oh, Amy, I appreciate that. You can I forgot that you can post links. Yeah. So that's kind of my plan. And when I do that, I'll talk about it. You know, in the record, if I move these current recorded series over, like the Rogue and the Mage, and then of course there's like the Wrath Warlock. If I move those over, like I'll talk about it in the episode, probably in the beginning of the episode, so that more people actually see it. I won't wait till the end of the episode. If there is like a last video that I put on this channel, I'll explain in the beginning that I'm moving it over, so that way it won't be like a surprise. And I've been kind of trying to talk about it in the streams for the past couple days, so that like people kind of think about it. That's not like a big surprise when it happens, because I'm pretty sure that's the route that I'm gonna go. Do I have playthroughs of Wrath of the Lich King? Oh, I have a ton. Yeah, the complete one is my Human Paladin. The Human Paladin we took from 1 to max level. So if you're looking for like a playthrough of like the whole thing, the Paladin's 1 to max level, and like I don't remember if I might have broke the Northrend content out into a different playlist, but yeah, it was the Human Wrath of the Lich King Paladin. I've leveled all kinds of Wrath tunes. The Paladin's the one that's at next level. I just haven't played a lot of Wrath recently because Wrath is I feel like Wrath is kind of winding down. And I've been on the fence about whether I want to level up my Cataclysm character like in Wrath, or whether I want to wait until Cataclysm comes out, because I'm gonna want to see the revised leveling zones. Like, even though I've seen the Horde ones before. What I should do is I should get a Horde character ready to go right into endgame content, and then for my Alliance character in Cata, I want to do a Worgen, and then that character we can level up through the Alliance revised zones, because I haven't seen a lot of the Alliance stuff. I was like exclusively a Horde player back in Cataclysm originally, so I didn't get to see a lot of the revised Cata zones for the Alliance side. But I think on Horde side, I probably want to find a character that like I want to jump into the endgame content with during Cataclysm, because I don't need to see the revised Horde leveling zones again. I've already seen them so many times. John, good afternoon, man. Thanks for being here. This is all obviously like assuming that we get Cataclysm Classic, which I think we're all pretty much assuming that we're going to get Cataclysm Classic at some point. I would be very surprised if we didn't. Yeah, definitely at BlizzCon. We'll hear one way or another. We'll hear about something classic related. And yeah, we'll probably hear about a few different classic things. But they will at least talk about Cata. Even if for some reason they decided not to do it, I feel like they would still have to talk about what they are going to do. I'm kind of just grinding on these guys for a minute because for like a melee class they make a pretty good like easy grind spot. Also, I've been waiting for respawns on the bags of oats. I like this one right here. John, good afternoon. Cayman Rocks, hello. Welcome to the stream. The algorithm sent you guys here? Well, that's awesome. I love the algorithm. Sometimes the algorithm is really good. Sometimes the algorithm is not so nice. But I appreciate it when it sends new people. Thanks for checking out the stream. In your mind, you pictured that I was a bigger dude with a giant beard? I mean, I'm 6'4", if that helps. I'm only 200 pounds, so... That I guess that leaves something to be desired. My beard is... It's decent, you know, it is what it is. I appreciate that you had an image in your head of what you thought I looked like. And then I had that wrench-free space. So, yeah. I mean, I did try to make my icon, like, as close to my face as I could. Like, there's no hair in the icon, there's glasses and a beard. And I always felt like, because I never thought I would stream, so I always felt like I should at least make my icon give some semblance of what I might actually look like. But it is funny how we, like, develop ideas for what people look like, and we kind of, like, develop an idea. I remember when I listened to, like, or I'd watch Christopher Odd's recorded stuff. And then I remember finally seeing Christopher Odd in a stream, and yeah, obviously it looked nothing like I thought he would look like. We do quickly develop like an image, and then we typically like hold to that image unless we are shown reality. Like, everybody does it. The microphone looks like a giant beard. Good, good. It helps. Yeah. Microphone plus beard equals even gianter beard. Yeah. I've always thought so, yeah. I didn't have much choice in it, but I've always thought so too. K-Man Rocks, I appreciate that. Like I said, thanks for checking out the stream. The streams are usually chill. They're not always chill. Sometimes I express my opinions about the game and stuff on the stream, and sometimes people think that's negative. So, but the streams are chill, I would say like 89% of the time. Maybe even like 92% of the time. The streams are pretty chill too. Every once in a while I go off on a tangent. Did I work hard to attain the 6'4"? No, I worked hard to attain the 200 pounds. Yeah. Back in high school, I was 150 pounds, and I was just as tall, obviously. So no, I worked hard for the pounds, but not for the height. The height I just got stuck with. Yeah. Alexander, Google, you gotta look up Chromie time walking. Yeah, look up Chromie time walking, and that'll probably give you an idea of how to log into retail and get into like the Legion content. Because there is a way for you to play Legion content, but it involves doing something called the time walking campaign, and there's a specific NPC in your major city that you have to go talk to go start a time walking campaign. So you should look that up, and you'll probably get some of the guidance you need. Dislin, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. How did I get out of Darkshore? I did the wetlands run with an escort. Yeah, I took the boat from Aberdeen over to Menethil Harbor, and then somebody was kind enough to help me survive doing the wetlands run. Otherwise, like, I could have died otherwise. Usually, like, if you get to level 16 in Darkshore, like, which is hard to do. It's hard to get all the way to 16 and just be stuck in Darkshore. But at 16, you might be able to make the run and not die. You'd have to run from everything. You couldn't fight the enemies, but you might survive. Otherwise, you know, if you're in a guild, sometimes like guildies are cool to like help out with doing that kind of thing. That's where I got my help from. Was some folks in chat, some folks in the guild. Yes, because I think the crocodiles on the side of the road are like level 21. So it's like, it'll be orange. It'll probably be like an orange mob that you wouldn't want to fight it. But you'd probably just be able to like kind of steer around it and like keep running from it. The other danger will just be like running from the orcs in the little passageway once you're going into because you'll be going into Loch Modan. And sometimes you'll have orcs there that are like archers. So just running from them, it depends on what class you are. So like maybe if you're a priest or a pally, you might pop a bubble. If you're a hunter, you might sacrifice your pet to distract the enemy while you run away. So you might have some class tools that can help you make the run more safe, depending on what you are. Oh, you're playing a war. Yeah, you got no tools. You got no tools. Put a shield on. Yeah. Make sure you have a shield in case for some reason you do take a hit. Yeah, have a shield on and have potions in case for whatever reason you do take a hit, and then you might be okay. Sometimes you get lucky and like someone else is making the run too, and you can kind of stick with somebody else who's on the same path. Lonnie asks, so is the stream going to cut off in 5 minutes? I don't think so, but yeah, anything could happen. Why do you ask? As far as I know, the stream is not going to cut off in 5 minutes. You guys are like an hour off. It's cute that you kind of know my schedule, but you're basically an entire hour off for a Wednesday. If it were Thursday, then yeah, we'd be at EOS. Oh, emergency alert system? Oh god, what is that? What is that? Tell me more. Tell me more, Lonnie, and everybody else who knows what this is. It won't affect the internet. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's anything that's gonna take my internet out. Like, if the government can pull a trigger that just stops all the internet, then I don't know. Where the fuck do I live in that case? Where do I end? Yeah, I'm not ending my stream. And as far as I know, I have control over when the stream ends, barring like my ISP going out. Yeah, this is not right. At 2:20, a warning will go up. No, I don't think this is gonna. If this takes my internet or the stream out, then I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna keep. You guys might lose something. I don't know. I'm gonna keep playing. I've never heard of this before in my life, so. Well, whatever this is, it's new and it sounds stupid. If it takes the internet out, it sounds stupid. Because I've never heard of this. It's required every 3 years? Well, that's kind of bullshit, because if we go back in time enough, it would not have been required, because there would have been nothing to test. Oh, look at that. I hear it. Do you guys hear it? What are we hearing? What the fuck is happening? Are you kidding me with this? Yeah, no, nothing's off. Everything's on. No, nothing. You guys heard the beep, right? You guys heard the beeping? What the hell world do we live in where this is happening? What is this? What is this garbage? Isn't it bad enough that they can blow our phones up with emergency alerts? Isn't it bad enough that we have sirens in cities that go off? Wait, I'm playing a video game on the internet, and we all just have to hear this beeping? This doesn't seem right, guys. This is not an every 3 year thing. This has never happened to me before. I'm on the internet all the time. I've worked at a corporation for 10 years where we were on the internet on our computers all day. Nothing like this has ever happened. What is this garbage? Holy crap. How intrusive is that? How intrusive into life is that? Holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah, guys, it's not gonna... Right. When you guys were saying it's gonna take the stream out, like, how would they broadcast an emergency if they were disconnecting things? Like, how would that be them broadcasting an emergency? Yeah, we're gonna broadcast the emergency by cutting the internet out. We're gonna broadcast the emergency by stopping all broadcasting. That wouldn't make sense. I must not remember the 1950s during the nuke era when they would take the internet out every 3 years by requirement. You're right, Giar. I must not remember the 1950s when they had to take out the internet and broadcast a loud beep over the internet every 3 years because it was required. I must not remember that. I'm familiar with emergency alerts. AKA the sirens that are in cities that allow them to broadcast alerts to cities. Yeah, I'm definitely familiar with that. They didn't take the internet out. They broadcast a sound. Like they typically do. There was a loud obtrusive noise that apparently they're able just to hit every single device with now. All of your device are now belong to us. Yeah, exactly, Bug Tussle. Yes, every Saturday. It's not every Saturday. It's the first Saturday of the month. The first Saturday of every month, they test the sirens in the neighborhoods, and that's pretty typical. Never before have I been on the internet with my headphones on devices and just heard everything beeping all at once. That's a new thing. Yeah, that's different. Are we leveling as protection? We're going straight into Fury. I'm gonna keep a sword and board on. We're gonna sword and board till at least 30 for survivability. But as far as talons, I'm going into Fury. They tried something like this in the UK a couple months ago. Most people disabled the alerts on their phones. Yeah, people are gonna do the same thing here. Yeah, people don't want to deal with that. Yeah, people don't like it when you intrude upon their stuff. It turns out, especially in America. Like, we don't like it when you intrude upon our things and force things on us. They don't, you know, we don't tend to like that. So yeah, I can see that people will just disable it. And you know, like, for some things I get it. Like, sometimes they have like Amber Alerts, which are like missing children alerts in your area, and that'll like take over your phone. It'll play a loud ass noise, and it'll give you information. So for that, I get it. That's a real alert. Like, don't take over my thing to test it, please. Don't randomly make my stuff beep at me in the middle of the day, just because you have the power to do so. If there's a real emergency, then do it. And like, you don't need to test it. Like, okay, like, come on, you have full control to get into my devices. Obviously, there's no testing here that's required. Yeah, I appreciate the Amber Alert ones. Those are actually important. When there's actually a thing happening near you that your knowledge of it could help something or somebody, then it makes complete sense to take over my device and make sure that I read that thing. But don't just make my stuff beep at me to test it. I already have a siren that screams at me once a month that does the same thing. And then my kid's always like, is there a tornado? I'm like, no, they're just testing it. But is there a tornado? No, there's no tornado. Beeps are annoying. Yeah, meaningless beeps are annoying. I think we can all agree beeping is annoying, especially when it doesn't have to happen. Yep. They could test their connectivity to our devices without doing anything on our end. They could be like, oh, okay, and yet we can take over everything. Yep, we can still take over everything if we want. They could test it without actually having there be an end result. You know? The end result is just to annoy you. But they can test their ability to take over your devices without alerting you to it. You know what I mean? They're not going to always alert you to it when they take over your stuff. So they could do that at any time anyway. So they could test it silently, which I'm sure they have been quite often. So they don't have to make it beep. Making it beep is just a flex. It just says, hey, we own you. We got your stuff. Did I know they're adding more layers to WoW Hardcore? Oh, that's awesome. I hope we can all have a layer of our very own one day. Yeah, a picket fence, a nuclear family, and a layer for everybody, right? And all of the beeping government alerts. Not alerts, government test alerts. Right. Well, that was fun. Oh, I have all my bags of oats. I don't need any more oats. Do I want to go for the pocket watch? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, Galler says the problem is that they do it too much. When it goes off for real, everyone thinks it's another test. Yeah, exactly. Yep, it's the government that cried wolf or something. I got the oats really quickly because I wasn't paying attention at all. I actually don't know how long it took because I wasn't paying attention at all. And I just kept playing the game anyway. There's a good chance this house has been emptied out or that it will get emptied out soon. Let's take a peek. Yeah, there's nobody in here right now. Let's get in here really quick. We'll get the pocket watch and we'll bail. Let's get the Murloc eyes while we're up here. Yeah, we can definitely go get some Murloc eyes for the Westfall stew. There is a level 1 Night Elf Rogue here. He's very brave. Hello, level 1 Night Elf Rogue. Welcome to Westfall. The land of your nightmares. I need bandages. Yeah, I should make some. Not here. I shouldn't make them here. It's not really a safe spot. Let's make a couple. We'll do a couple of them. Worst case scenario, we get jumped by like 3 Murlocs. We can't do it while poisoned. Okay, great, great, great. Oh, we don't have a lot of inventory space either. Justin, you never leveled the warrior? I've leveled probably far too many warriors. At least in hardcore. Now, none of them have lived very long, but I keep trying anyway. It's my favorite class. This is not good. You don't want to get chased by this many Murlocs. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hey, we still killed one of them. Monica, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. If you die forever. If you die, you can't res the character on this server. They do offer you a free transfer to any classic era server of your choice. And you could transfer your dead character there, you could res them, and you can keep playing them forever. But yeah, once you die, you can't res again on this server. You have to go again or go away. Yeah, go again or go away. That's what they say. I wish they would add in like a Dark Souls bloodstain mechanic, where like even after the body despawns for like at least a little while, you can click on the blood mark and you can see like the last couple seconds of the character, like what killed them. It would have to have some kind of like time limitation. Obviously we couldn't keep everybody's bloodstains up forever. But I think it'd be really cool to have the Dark Souls like bloodstain mechanic in hardcore. If you transfer your character to a different server, yes, they have all of their belongings. They'll have everything they had, like, in their inventory. I'm assuming the bank gets transferred, too. It would follow whatever rules a normal character transfer follows, as far as, like, what it carries over and what it doesn't. Johnny, you're going wireless, man? Make sure to check those batteries often in hardcore. Charge that sucker up, whatever has to happen. Wireless scares me. Yeah, I know they make some good wireless stuff, but wireless scares the crap out of me. It scared me enough when all I was doing was like raiding back in the day. Like I didn't want to have a wireless thing that cut out during the middle of a raid. I remember my friend's keyboard would habitually run out of batteries. It'd be like mid-pull and he'd be like, oh, keyboard died. Okay, start clicking your abilities. Yeah, for hardcore, I'd have to make sure I either like charged it every day. I don't know how they work these days, if they have a charger or if they are battery run. But I would either be changing the batteries every day or I'd be charging it every day because I wouldn't trust it. Not that you can't, like, you know, move to the mouse, I guess, but it could be hard to extricate yourself from a bad situation if all you had was the keyboard and not the mouse. A microwave interference, David. Wireless means dying every time someone uses the microwave. That would suck. That would suck. What's the point of a wireless keyboard? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. To not have a wire, I guess. Yeah, you're not gonna. You know, some people do. Some people will like not necessarily while you're gaming, but. Wireless keyboard. If you're working from your living room, like off of your laptop, you could have a wireless keyboard. You could put it in your lap. If you wanted to connect your PC to the TV, so you could like do some gaming on the TV from your couch, maybe then a wireless keyboard would be useful. I could think of a handful of situations where like a wireless keyboard would be useful. A wireless keyboard would be useful to me whenever we can play Classic on the Xbox Game Pass, so that I can connect a wireless keyboard to my Xbox and I could farm my professions from sitting on the couch. That's when a wireless keyboard would be interesting to me. But I wouldn't be doing anything important with it. I would just be like probably leveling up professions. And our inventory's full. Our inventory's full, and we haven't gotten our last eye. I'm gonna try to stay here until we get the last eyeball. I don't like the inventory's full, but I don't want to leave yet. Yes, David, I do have clans. I have one clan. But yeah, thank you. It's better than nothing. Heladrasis, the flags I got from Amazon. Yep, my wife got them for me for Father's Day. There we go, there's the last eyeball. Let's get out of Murloc Hell and move on. Yeah, JK, it's been in the 80s here in Michigan all week. I think tomorrow it's supposed to cool off, but it's been in the 80s. It's been absolutely miserable. And it's kind of given me like a weird sense of time. It's hard for me to believe that it's October, because in Michigan it's never 80 degrees for multiple days in a row in October, so like now I'm all thrown off. But I'm pretty sure after tomorrow we're not going to have any more 80 degree days. Pretty sure it's going to go down to like normal temperatures finally. Because it's been disgusting. Yeah, we've had the air on in the afternoons.
Safe travels.
It's been gross.
See you later.
It's been gross. We lost somebody. Karsa has died at level 12 while in Bashalaran, slain by a moonstalker. The Night Elf start is like the most punishing hardcore start. I feel like more low-level Night Elves die than like any other race. Per percentage of players playing them. Michael, I have incredible patience. Yeah, I don't know if it's patience or if it's just that I really, really enjoy what I'm doing. I think it's mostly column B. I don't have patience at all. I don't have patience or patience. 'Cause yeah, but I think it's just that I really enjoy what I'm doing. What else do I need? I need Gortusk snouts. I need vulture meat. I could probably head a little bit over towards Elwynn. I could probably farm over here. Would be a good area.
You need something?
A lot of wolves over here to complicate things. I'm sorry, coyotes. They don't like to be called wolves. I should have sold at the Saldean farm. That's what I should have done. In my mind, I was going down to Sentinel Hill, and then I got distracted. I should have sold at the Saldean farm. I always forget they have a vendor. Let's go back to the Saldean farm. We'll empty our inventory. Stringy vulture meat. We're almost done with though. It was supposed to be patience with a C. I don't have that either though. That's what I meant. I don't have patience that visit me, and I don't have patience. Yeah, and anyone who's been around the channel for a while knows that I'm not a very patient person, and I often have ADD. Yeah. Coyotes are the trashy version of wolves. They don't like that. They don't appreciate that, Eric. If I were you, I wouldn't talk about coyotes that way. They'll get you.
King's honor, friend.
Alright, I have to make sure I don't sell anything I need. I need snouts, okra, and vulture meat. I can't sell any of that stuff. I don't need the 4-slot bag or the leather gloves. I don't need the bracers or the sword. The shield I'm hanging on to. The clam meat I can sell. The milk we don't need. The bread I don't really need. The intestines I don't need. Okay. The okra I do need. I don't need 10 of them, but yeah. The hops I'm going to sell for now. The flask of oil I'm going to sell for... We'll farm more of those up in time. The boar meat I don't need. Alright, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's probably fine for now.
Be careful.
Coyote tacos. Johnny, I like coyote tacos. Yeah, I think that's a good name, actually. Mike's in the past, back when we had the alert thing go off. He's in the past of the stream. He probably doesn't know it yet. Monica, oof, I'm sorry. I hope you didn't get to too high of a level. Yeah, we did the Horde start on Skull Rock. And then, yeah. And then I became an Alliance Andy. And now here we are. Oh, dear lord. Time to run. Why are we getting all the tests? It's just, it's the government flexing. They could secretly connect to all of our devices anyway. And they could test all this stuff without sending us any kind of like beeps or tones or whistles or anything. They're doing it to flex. That's what I think. It's just a flex. Like, look, we can make your devices do anything we want. If you didn't already know that. Yeah, David, today it's a states thing today. Yeah. That's what happened earlier. Apparently everybody already knew about it but me. Some people thought I was gonna disconnect the internet and like stop the stream. And to which I thought, like, how would you broadcast an alert if you cut off the source of the broadcast? Be kind of a weird way to broadcast an alert. Michael, I don't play retail right now. I probably won't touch retail again until 11.0 comes out. Yeah, I played through the Dragonflight base campaign, and I have zero interest in retail right now. Johnny, that's deep conspiracy theory. This is deep. I would assume that the result of any martial law being declared would obviously be that those people would never give power back to any government governing body. Under the concept of the fact that, like, if martial law had to be declared, then that would mean that the government was not able to do what it needed to do. And there would be no proof that any similar government would be able to do what it needed to do, so therefore they could forever stand on the idea that they couldn't hand power back safely. You know, that's what I always assumed, that, like, the declaration of martial law was so that a faction of the military government could take control and then have a ground to stand on which said they should never give power up. Under the pretext of, like, if it were safe to give power up back to people, we never would have got into this position to begin with. Like, standing on that concept, I always thought that was the whole point. Was just a way to, like, take power and never have to give it back if they wanted to do it that way. You were thinking, like, it would interrupt the stream, like it would just come in and, like, the stream would stop, the beeps or the message would play out, and then we'd resume normal broadcast television. Yeah. Instead, it just, like, went over top of every single thing, which is impressive. Like, I just don't see, like, where martial law could ever be declared whereby the people who declared it and took over would say, yeah, you guys seem like you're able to govern fine again. We'll go ahead and get all of our guns and all of our artillery and all of our soldiers out of here. We'll hand everything back to you. Yeah, go ahead. Like, I just don't see that would ever happen. That doesn't make sense to me. You know? Because in their minds would always be the idea of, like, well, we had to do this, so we're only going to have to do it again. Why would we give power back? Yeah, Justin, we're one-handing with a shield. It's a tiny little dinner plate of a shield, and, like, it's hard to see. But yes, and we are killing quite quickly. But we're fighting greens. But still, the warrior does such good DPS that the warrior can walk around with a shield and a one-hander and, like, destroy stuff. Much more so than the paladin can at this level. Those are all the snouts we need. We need one more vulture meat. We did ding, so let's go ahead, let's have a look. Let's go into Unbridled Wrath. Gives you an 8% chance to generate an additional rage point when you deal melee damage. Oh, that's gonna stack quite high. I can't do math, but that seems like, is that around, like, 50% after 5 points? I can't do math, but that seems like it'll be quite a high percentage chance when it's all said and done. For what I do, I love auto attack. I love the auto attack paladin's slow. For what I do, I love it. Yeah. I can not pay as much attention to my rotation. Not that any, like, class in classic has, like, a really big, like, stacked rotation. You know, they're all pretty simple. Did something happen to my main character? No, we're doing this just so the Pally can get some rested XP. The Pally's level 30, just about to be 35. Maybe we did hit 35. And they need to be able to get some rested, so... Rested will make it a little bit less tedious as we get into the level 40s. I want to look over here for the birds, but I have this guy over here just kind of swirling around. Looks like all the birds over here are dead. My favorite song in WoW? My favorite like zone music would probably be like Elwynn Forest or Ashenvale. Elwynn Forest or Ashenvale as far as like my favorite just like zone soundtrack. Probably Ashenvale. These birds are beating the crap out of us. They have a bleed they put on us. And the bleed they put on us is kind of powerful. I'd love for them to drop their last item. But they don't seem to want to do that. Have I got the Leroy achievement yet? I don't think so. I mean mainly because like, mainly we're playing Classic and there are no real achievements in Classic. Yeah, Leo, the one-hander certainly it's gonna swing a lot faster. Sometimes on the paladin, especially, it's like you're sitting there waiting for a swing to go off, and it feels like you just sit and wait and wait and wait, and then finally, like the swing happens. There we go. That's our last piece of meat. What else do we need? We need a bunch of livers, but for now, let's go turn this one in. Johnny, I will try to remember to do that. It took me 2 different days to remember to send Alex my herbs. But what I'll do, I'll start off by not selling them right here. Okay, light feathers. And then I'll try to remember to send them over.
Can I help you? Farewell. See you around. Be careful.
I don't know if Westfall is dry or if we're just supposed to be seeing Westfall in like the autumn. I guess I've always kind of assumed that like we're seeing the zone after harvest. Like the harvest has happened, and it doesn't make sense. Oh God, why so many harvest watchers? It doesn't really make sense, but that's what I've always thought. I've always thought we're seeing Westfall like during the harvest, after the harvest. Why does it stay that way year round? That I don't know. That part doesn't make sense. I'm about to just fight and kill this guy. He's being like super obnoxious. Piercing howl, yeah, we don't get that. We don't get that for a while. Oh, well, yeah, we don't get it for a little while. It's not like too far off. Can you imagine Classic Plus with seasons? How cool would it be if, like, not if they remade the zones, but what if they added seasons to the game? That would be cool. It would obviously take some work, but I don't think it would take an incredible amount of work. It wouldn't take the amount of work it would take to like make new zones. But if they could just do seasons, like correlating to the season where the server's at. Could it affect gameplay? I think it'd be cool if it affected gameplay. I think that'd be asking too much, but I think like anything would be good. Yeah, I'd like to see a Westfall, like, you know, in the summer, spring, autumn, winter. Like I'd like to see all of it. It probably would be a heavy lift. Now that I think about it, it'd probably be a pretty heavy lift.
For the Alliance.
Maybe that's why we haven't really seen an MMO that does that. It's because it'd probably be pretty tough.
Go with honor, friend. Be careful. Light bless you.
But yeah, the alternative is that you get zones like Westfall that are like, that's permanently an autumn zone. It's just autumn forever. Elwynn Forest is like, you know, spring and summer forever. And, you know, Dunmorrow is winter forever. So, like, you know, when you don't have seasons, you just kind of have to, like, pick the aesthetic, I guess. Alright, guys, it has been a blast. I appreciate you guys being here, especially those who are here for the morning stream and the afternoon stream. I have to take off. I gotta get going. Thank you guys so much for being here. We will be back on tomorrow around 11 a.m. my time. So I hope to see you guys then for more fun in Azeroth. Until then, take care of yourselves out in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back here very soon. Bye for now.